swing and a miss. And that's going to do it. The Rays will come away with the win. And the series split.
I think the Rays showed you why they're going to be sticking around all season long, because they've got great pitching. Just enough hitting. They play good defense. They got plenty of pitching. Blue Jays just could not come up with the big base hit this afternoon. They lose a tough one to Tampa Bay. Great pitched ball game by both of these teams. The bullpens were emptied today. Rays come away with the split after the 3-2 win against the Jays.
On to Minnesota. 1-1 now on this 9-game road trip as we send it to Blue Jays Central and Jamie Campbell.
I'm Jamie Campbell with Joe Siddle, and we were laughing about the fact that Jason Adam didn't seem to be that effective when he was pitching for the Blue Jays in 2019, but such is the case with a team that needs a few extra bullpen arms. Let's go through some of the highlights as we address the final game, not between the Tigers and the Blue Jays, but the Rays and the Blue Jays. And this is Teoscar Hernandez. Think about how close that came to being a 3-run home run, Joe.
Isn't that the Dan Johnson wall?
It is very, very much the Dan Johnson wall. As Yusei Kikuchi, who was terrific against the Detroit Tigers last week, went 5 innings against them, managed to strike out 4 of the first 6 Rays that he saw. So a good start for Kikuchi in this one. A little help from Teoscar in the 4th comes this way.
Teoscar's had great numbers against him in his career.
Hernandez drives this one into left field, going back. Arozarena looks up, and it is gone. A solo blast. Teoscar goes yard against Yarbrough.
Not for the first time. That's 6 home runs against him in 33 at-bats for Teoscar. Clearly comfortable against the lefty. Kikuchi's done after 4 innings, allowing 2 runs. Clearly John Schneider doesn't want him facing the order a 3rd time. Peralta with a nice at-bat against Adam Simber in the 6th drives home what proved to be the winning run for the Rays as they take a 3-2 victory. So that's 1 victory, 1 loss on to Minnesota tomorrow night, and Alek Manoah will start at Target Field. Let's address, in the wake of Ross Stripling's announcement that he'll be on the IL, in the wake of the fact that starting pitching wasn't necessarily acquired in great numbers at the All-Star break. I know Mitch White's coming over from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Are you surprised that Yusei Kikuchi only went 4 innings in this game?
I'm not really surprised, Jamie. I mean, you could argue that he wasn't pitching badly when you look at the numbers, 4 innings, couple of runs, but when you watched him pitch, the fastball was getting scattered all over the place like we had seen earlier in the season. He actually went to the slider and he was in the zone better with that pitch. Early on, he was aggressive with the fastball, and I thought it was good. Around the zone, looked like it had pretty good life. He started scattering, and when I say missing spots, when I see catchers setting up and then where you're throwing the pitch missing greatly. So you see the fastball scattering around, and I like the plan when it's not working. You go to plan B and use the slider a little bit more, and he was much more around the zone with the slider. So I like what they did there, trying to get him through this, and that's what you're doing with a pitcher that's not really sharp on a particular day. You try to get him through this. Kikuchi probably, I'm not sure if he's frustrated with himself right here at the way the day went, or if he's frustrated at being taken out of this ball game. But if you're John Schneider, the Blue Jays manager, watching this, I would have a difficult time continuing to send him back out there too. The 3rd time through the lineup's coming up. This is a back-end type starter that you have to be careful with, because if you do go, this is not a great lineup with the Rays, but if you do send him back out there the 3rd time, you could be asking for trouble because you're seeing signs of it. The numbers say you're pitching okay, leave him out there. But you also don't necessarily want to go through all your relievers as you're going into Minnesota for 4 days. And we know what the Twins did at the trade deadline. They are amping it up a little bit. So it won't be an easy 4 days in Minneapolis. Now you've used all these relievers. So they didn't get the start they wanted out of Kikuchi. That's the bottom line here. But I think when you're protecting your back-end starter who you signed to be here for a long time, that's not a good place to be, and then especially with the news of Stripling.
All right, so Alek Manoah will get the start tomorrow night at Target Field against the Minnesota Twins, and we hope you'll be joining us for Blue Jays Central. It all gets started at 7 Eastern 4 Pacific time. It's a 4-game series, Thursday through Sunday, against the Twins at Target Field. And as Joe mentioned, they are greatly improved. Tonight.